Okay, guys, welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. I got iced tea today. All right, so today we are going to talk about understanding the process of creation. Yes. So, I have found as we upgrade the vibration of the human species, I think I'm gonna sneeze right now. As we, let's just, all right. As we upgrade the vibration of the human species, we become creator beings. We now are no longer manifesting a reality as a result of energetic density, but we are manifesting a reality as a result of higher vibrational frequency. We've upgraded. So, I want to talk about the process of creation because it's very different from the way things used to be. We're moving into unity consciousness and we are transcending duality. And so we're changing the way we create in our reality. We are shifting to a higher vibrational way of creating. And we have to view the process of creation from that lens, from that lens. And this is kind of what I want to get into. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So it all started with this book, The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. And I'm going to talk about the first one. The first one he states is the law of pure potentiality. The source of all creation is pure consciousness. Pure potentiality seeking expression from the unmanifest to the manifest. And when we realize that our true self is one of pure potentiality, we align with the power that manifests everything in the universe. We are pure consciousness. So when we realize that we are pure consciousness, we realize that all possibilities are possible. There are infinite realities, infinite timelines that we can align to. Anything that you want to create can be created. The possibilities are infinite. So the thing we need to kind of wrap our heads around then is if this is the state, if this is the way things, so if we have access to everything, how do we get in there to move it? How do we actually do that? How do we actually create that in our reality? And the access to it is by getting into the present moment. You have to get into the energy, and that involves getting into the present moment. And we can do this in any number of ways. It happens for so many different people in so many different ways. Exercise, cooking, meditation, just even like being there, grounding on the floor or like in nature. Honestly, lying on the floor is very therapeutic. I do it all the time. It's so therapeutic. You'll never realize how much stress you have in your lower back and your hips and all of this. We never realize how much we hold there until you're lying on the floor and you're like working out the kinks. Like, yeah. I don't know. Okay. Interesting. Because that is how we move energy too. That was the whole, there's lots of things you can do to get, the point is, you have to get into the present moment. You have to put yourself in the present moment. And then once you're able to just be in that vibration, direction comes in. Inspired action comes in. and you move from there. But you have to get into that place first. So that's how we get into that, and that's the whole law of pure potentiality, that all possibilities are infinite. So again, coming back to the process of creation, let's look at nature. Look at the way a plant grows. Now summertime and everybody's been planting their vegetables and stuff and, preparing for this. And look at the process that a seed goes through and a plant goes through when it has to grow. And it needs the proper care and the proper tending to it. But with every step that you put in, every drop of water, you water it, every ounce, I don't know how you measure sunshine, but every ounce of sunshine, all of that causes the plant to grow. That is the process of nature. I think old world paradigm keeps telling us two different mentalities that are both, I think, wrong in some sense. And one of them is that you have to work really hard to get success. You have to work really, really hard to get success, or the other one is an overnight success. It's either one or the other. But I don't think that's truly appreciating the process of creation, because the process of creation is natural in that sense that if you put the energy into it consistently and you nurture it, it has no choice but to grow. Its natural tendency is to grow. That's just the way manifestation. I'm getting Fibonacci spiral in my head. That's the way it goes. There's another point here about sacred geometry, Vesica Pisces. Look at how Vesica Pisces creates, right? So you start with, sacred geometry starts with the one circle. And from there, it moves to another point. And it's interesting because I feel like it kind of builds up all the information it needs and then moves. And then it has to build up more information and then moves. And then it has to, and that is how everything in the universe is kind of formed. This is probably partly why we are not being shown the whole process. Because ultimately, that may not even be what's popping. You create it, so it's gonna be